Hi, it's Brian Decker with your Market Minute. Want to cover a couple of things today, starting with great news on your Social Security. The COLA this year is going to be 2.8%. So that's a bump of 2.8% above your current monthly Social Security benefit. So that is great news. The second piece of information is how a lot of people doing their own investing will get things completely backwards. They'll focus on the stock research and picking stocks and focusing on stocks. And that is 100% backwards. What the professionals do is they look at the markets first and then the sectors and then the individual stocks that will do best in that sector. So where we are in the markets right now is very interesting. Valuation is very, very important. So there's only been 4 times that the S&P 500 has traded above a market valuation of 30 times trailing earnings. Why trailing? Because those are actual. Forward estimates are estimates, which are typically much more optimistic than realistic. So the first time of the 4 was 1929, and markets were flat and choppy it took 17 years to get your money back, to make money in that kind of a flat market. The second time was 1964, 18 years before you made money in the markets. The third time was November of 1999, markets were flat for 14 years. The fourth time was November of 2021. We hit 32 times trailing earnings. Now we are optimistic. We're hoping that markets go up from here, even though in the last 100 plus years, markets have been very contained on the upside, but we're hoping that markets continue to go up from here, but we are hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. Now, in a flat market cycle, there's only 2 ways to make money. There are dividends, because dividends will come in no matter what the markets are doing. And the second is momentum. Momentum is what we're focused on, and we're using a lot of dividend strategy in the two-sided strategy. But any buy and hold strategy will not make money. With 100 plus years of history, any passive investment strategy, buying and holding stocks, mutual funds, indexes, ETFs, will yield a 0 return. So we feel like we're ready here at Decker for a worst case scenario, because that's devastating for people in retirement to go 10 to 15 years without making any money on the stock portion of their portfolio. So it's Brian Decker. Hope you have a great week.